Come on, it's a poor frog that won't praise his own pond. Come on. Talk to us, tell us about this.
Sure. Well, my name is Randy Hartley. I'm one of the producers of the movie, but I didn't just produce the movie, I lived the movie. It's a true story about myself and a friend and a neighbor who escaped the Rwandan genocide and moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and a family we had supported through Compassion International that had been from Rwanda. And I will tell you that if the story of these three families coming together is so miraculous that if Hollywood wrote the script, you would never believe it. But Hollywood didn't write this script. God wrote this script.
Yes, amen.
And you can believe it because I lived it. Yeah. People have asked me, why did I make the movie? Because I've been blessed in so many ways. I didn't need to make a movie, but I needed to make this movie.
Wow. Yeah.
Because the families in this movie had been broken. And my daughter had been broken, and my family was broken. And this movie shows the path that we took to be made whole again. And that path includes God Almighty.
Yes.
And I will tell you, we started making this movie 5 years ago. Yeah. And all the things going on today weren't happening 5 years ago. And I'm not a patient person. And I've prayed for patience on this movie. But what I've learned is it happens in God's time, not Randy's time. And while we just went out to make a true movie, the movie's about my friend and my neighbor who's a refugee. And there's been a lot said and talked about what refugees are. I'm going to tell you what I think a refugee is. He's a friend, and he's a neighbor, and he's somebody I love.
Yes.
And so I hope this movie puts a human face on who our neighbor is, because I think our neighbor's not just someone who lives next door. It's our neighbor. So anyway, we've been blessed by this. I want to thank, by the way, Bishop Ellis, who came to visit William Mazzara and myself in Nashville to see if this was a real story. And I'm so grateful that he gave us the opportunity to come share that story here. And in 6 weeks, on August 24th, it'll be in theaters. And if you want to see God in theaters, I think you'll see it with this movie.
Yes.
Randy and Chuck, executive producers.
Yes.
Say something.
I'm the lead producer. Randy's the executive producer. I was one of the writers.
What does the lead producer mean?
It means you do a lot of work.
Mean you got that checkbook.
No, it means you do a lot of work.
Yes.
I mean, you go find people like Michelle to help and say, hey, I need help.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. But this, be honest with you, this story, when he came to me and we met William and everything, and I heard the story about William going to Africa and meeting this woman who was complicit in killing his mom. And he came with a bowl and water to wash her feet. And at that moment, I went, this man is as close to God as I'll ever get. This man from Africa, the ability to do that. I said, I would have come to Africa with a lot of things, but it wouldn't have been water. And it just struck me. The ability of this man, the man that is doing most of the talking, that's his buddy, and this man is incredible. It's just, he has a heart and a gift. He saved kids. I mean, it's just an amazing story. It's these three families saved each other's lives. If one family hadn't been there, the other families wouldn't have been saved.
I think that the Lord held the movie up for such a time as this.
Yes, he
with
did.
Kids being separated from their parents.
Yes.
In this particular hour.
And Me Too.
Me Too.
It's like the whole thing.
And sex trafficking and all of these things.
All these things.
God is going to meet folks in the movie theater.
Yes.
Put your hands together. Let's thank
Thank
God.
you.
When is it coming out again?
August 24th.
August 24th. Put your hands together. Let's give God praise on tonight.